Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Delta Fire and Rescue presents their annual haunted house every Friday and Saturday in October. The haunted house is located at the Delta, Iowa Fire Station, 103 North 2nd Street in Delta. Doors open from 8 p.m. to midnight. Tickets are $15. Food and drinks are available to purchase. It's the Delta Fire and Rescue Haunted House. Come and be scared, if you dare.
Keokuk County Economic Development presents the 10 Grand Gala, Friday, November 14th at the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney. Join us for a night of casino-themed fun, food, drinks, prizes, and a chance to win $10,000. Friday, November 14th at the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney. For more information and tickets, contact Keokuk County Economic Development at 112 East Washington Street in Sigourney. Call 641-622-2288 or go to kcediowa.org. And welcome in, Time now for Real Talk here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook and YouTube. It's Aaron Fleming.
Hey-o.
Steve Shuttler. Hi.
Hi, Steve.
Time for Real Talk. Brought to us by our good friends at New Life Community Church in Wellman, Iowa, where Aaron's the pastor. Aaron, what's up?
Well, it's another beautiful autumn day in southeast Iowa. Yep. It's leaves are turning. It's a little drizzly outside right now, but the leaves are turning and the air is fresh and autumnal. And come Friday night, the little kids will be wandering around. Do you guys have trick-or-treating here in Sigourney?
That's a little bit of a sore spot here in Sigourney with the Sigourney-Keota game on Friday night at Dyersville, Beckman. They moved trick-or-treating to Thursday night, which conflicts with a few other things, so nobody's happy.
Well, I don't know if we're going to be any happier up in Wellman. We've got a number 4 ranked Mid-Prairie Golden Hawk team. I don't know if Mid-Prairie's ever been ranked that high, but home football playoff game on the same night as the fall musical.
Oh, wow. So
I don't know how on earth they're going to squeeze all of the cars into the parking lot. Last year, I think the same thing happened last year in the Fine Arts Boosters had, like our friend Jamie had family in from out of town, and they were driving. She recruiting her family members to drive golf carts around. And, bus people into the school on golf carts. So it'll be a mad scramble, but hey, it's fun to see the young people doing cool stuff like going to the playoffs. So Sigourney-Keota's in the playoffs. Who are we playing Friday night?
Beckman Catholic.
Okay, playing Beckman at Beckman.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
about a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, that's a tough draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then I follow some of our other area teams. Montezuma plays at Audubon, Iowa, which is about over by Nebraska.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, that is a road trip.
Luckily, we cover Pekin football here on Steve Shuttler Media. Pekin's at home.
Okay. So. Okay. Well, good job, Pekin.
Yes. Yes.
Is that because they're a high seed?
Yeah, they're undefeated.
Okay. All right. Go Panthers.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, that's a nice segue. We're just talking local sports, but we're going to talk Iowa sports in a little bit, which is going to segue us nicely into the spiritual topic of the day. But first, I have an observation to make, and I feel like maybe we've talked about this before, but it always bears repeating. So it's been a pretty good 3 weeks for the Iowa Hawkeye football team, huh?
Yeah, they've been on a roll.
We're on a roll. We're
like
on a
butter
roll
because they're on a roll.
And how about the offense in the Minnesota game?
Yeah.
I mean, well, first half you got a rushing score, a passing score, a punt return for a score, an interception return for a score, and a field goal.
Yeah.
So
He
it's
did
not
it every way possible.
It's a lot of points,
Yeah.
but a good, solid offensive effort too. Wow. So my observation is when the team that you love stinks, usually we talk about it as them, like they don't have any offense. Their coaches stink. Their coaches don't even know how to call plays, like all that kind of stuff, right? They don't have an offensive line this year. It's they. But as soon as our team starts winning, it's we. We played an awesome game. Yeah, right. Like I sat on the sofa with a bowl of chips and guacamole. I didn't do anything, but like we played a great game. Our offensive line dominated. We have a great defense.
Yeah.
So we meaning human beings in general. Now we got to be real specific about who we are. So we human beings in general really like to identify with something that makes us feel good.
Yes,
and
indeed.
we like to get away from identifying with things that don't make us feel good. And it's that simple. We're just kind of feel good animals, and we want to do the thing that feels good. And then I'll just one other observation. Sometimes we want to identify with something that makes us fit in, as in the case of, sports. Like I want to wear black and gold and walk up Melrose and join the throng going into the stadium. And I want to wear black and gold at Kinnick Stadium. Melissa and I had a very sad experience. Way back when, like 1999 or something. We went to back in the Steve Alford era.
Okay.
Luke Recker and Reggie Evans, and my brother-in-law got us tickets to the Iowa-Indiana basketball game at Indiana, because we lived in Indiana at the time, and it was just it was the worst game ever. You might even remember, like I think Luke Recker led the team with 6 points.
Oh boy,
it was bad, and Indiana couldn't miss anything. Like I remember Jeff Newton was this like 7 foot tall, 120-pound center who, like he was a defensive specialist, right? Like this shot blocking machine. Averaged about 6 points a game, almost all of it from dunks. But there was one point in the game he got caught with the ball 4 feet beyond the 3-point line as time on the shot clock ran out. So this 7-foot stick boy hits this fadeaway 3-pointer, just drains it. And one of those nights, and I didn't feel real comfortable in that environment wearing the black and gold. Yeah. We got some negative comments. Sure. I'm not saying all Indiana fans are nasty, but some of them are. But yeah, sometimes we want to identify in a way that makes us fit in. But then sometimes, some of us at least, like to identify with a minority or something that makes us stand out, that makes us unique, that sets us apart from the crowd. But one way or the other, most of us are trying most of the time to identify with something that makes us feel good. And that could be like a lifestyle. Like, I don't know, like the goth craze is kind of over, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
was it ever in?
I mean,
goth, emo.
Yeah,
I mean,
goth,
there's still
emo,
some
straight edge
out there.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of that out there. But that was kind of like I fit in with the misfits. Yeah, kind of a thing. But people are looking for a music culture or a sports culture.
Grunge.
For
me, it was grunge and flannels and
yeah,
that was good stuff.
I was wearing flannels before grunge, but that was just because
before flannels were cool.
Yes, very much so. I went school shopping before 6th grade, and flannels were like $1 a piece at Goodwill, and I was like, "Well, flannels are durable and warm.
Yes,
that's a very sensible purchase right there."
Yes.
So my classmates called me lumberjack all year because all I had was flannel shirts. There was a case of not fitting in.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's all kinds of fringe groups that you can try to fit into. Alternative lifestyles we hear about. So people get into alternative lifestyles, or people just get into, trying to keep up with the Jones and the lifestyle that the non-alternative lifestyle. So there's all these different ways of trying to identify ourselves in the world. And I think that a lot of that just stinks.
Yeah.
Just gonna put that out there. So I've got some Bible verses that I want to read. This is kind of a passage. It's from the book of Philippians, and it's the context is that Paul had brought the gospel to the people in Philippi, and they became believers, and they heard this message of grace, and so they all received salvation by grace through faith. And then after a while, some people called Judaizers came along, and they were like, well, we're all glad that you're interested in Jesus, but to really be saved, you got to be circumcised. And you have to identify not just with Christ himself, but you have to identify with Judaism. You have to identify with the Mosaic law. You have to identify with actually cutting off a piece of your flesh so that you can be part of this group. So in response to them, Paul writes these words: watch out for those dogs, those men who do evil, those mutilators of the flesh. So he means that quite literally there. Like there's these people coming around who want to mutilate your flesh to make you feel like you're part of the cool crowd. So watch out for them. He says, I myself have reasons for confidence in the flesh. If anyone thinks he has reasons to put confidence in the flesh, I have more. He's going to brag a little bit here, but it's okay. Circumcised on the 8th day, of the people of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, a Hebrew of Hebrews, in regard to the law, a Pharisee, as for zeal, persecuting the church, as for legalistic righteousness, faultless. So Paul was a guy who would have had all the right clothes, like the shirt with the tassels on the four corners and a phylactery, like a headband with the Bible verse on it. I guess they had those back then too. And then like an armband with the Bible verse on it. And we see that. And sometimes in Christian culture, you get the WWJD bracelets. Don't see those all the time anymore, but those used to be like the really cool thing.
Yeah.
Get your Skillet t-shirt, or your, cruise around town with Third Day playing on your car CD, fit in, like wear the right clothes and stuff. And Paul's saying, I did all that stuff. I was the best at doing all that stuff. I listened to all the right bands and had all the right clothes. But then verse 7, it starts to get pretty real here. But whatever was to my profit, I now consider loss for the sake of Christ. What is more, I consider everything a loss compared to the surpassing greatness of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord, for whose sake I have lost all things. I consider them rubbish, that I may gain Christ and be found in him, not having a righteousness of my own that comes from the law, but that which is through faith in Christ, the righteousness from God, or that comes from God, and is by faith. I want to know Christ and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of sharing in his sufferings, becoming like him in his death, so somehow to attain to the resurrection from the dead. So, boom. That's really pretty clear. Some of this stuff in Paul's letters doesn't take a whole lot of interpretation. It's just kind of right there. Like, all these things that I thought made me cool, I now consider to be rubbish in comparison to knowing Christ and the power of his resurrection. And here's something that I shared with the church on Sunday, especially in regards, I've been talking about sexuality and dating and marriage and stuff like that. But what I wanted to bring home to our people was that anything in my life, any temptation, any sin that I say, well, this thing is outside the power of the resurrection of Christ. Like this temptation, this self-identification is too powerful even for the resurrection of power. What I've done right there is I've made that identity my idol. And I've made my identity my God. instead of letting God be God to me and letting being his son be my identity. So some good stuff there in the book of Philippians. And I'm just going to let our listeners know, if you live, anywhere within 30 miles of Wellman, Iowa, and you're looking for a church family, you are more than welcome at New Life Community Church. We meet at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, right in the heart of downtown Wellman. We're hard to miss. We're at 257 8th Avenue, kind of just across from, we're right across from the Well. That's one of our bars downtown, and we're right next to Bender's, so you can grab something to eat at Bender's, get a pork tenderloin or something after the worship service. You can also park in the 9th Avenue City parking lot on the west side of the building, and we've got an entrance there too, so there's multiple ways to get in the door. I sure hope we see you around soon.
That would be great. We thank New Life for being our sponsor of this segment. And again, you can check out Aaron and the whole crew at the New Life Community Church in Wellman. All right, Aaron, thanks for your time. Thanks for a good word this week. And we'll come back next Monday and do it again. It's Real Talk here on Steve Shuttler Media.